Hi students, how are you? So after a long time we met again. How do you feel? I think you are all safe and healthy. Stay home, stay safe. Now I will continue my lesson, that is matter around us, part 5, end part of the lesson. Okay, in this you will learn about effect of pressure and matter and evaporation. Understand? Let us continue the lesson. So in this effect of pressure we will learn first. Okay, the matter consists of small particles called atoms and molecules. These things you know already, isn't it? So this matter or the particles, when they are get affected by the pressure, then what is going to the change? So when the gas molecules, the gas particles, the particles are very spread and lot of gaps between the molecules. When they compressed or when they got affected by the pressure, okay, then the particles will come closer. When they come closer, then automatically it becomes liquid. So we call the liquefaction of gases. That means the gaseous state will change into liquid state by applying the pressure. Okay, not only pressure, do you know, by lowering the temperature also, it can be converted. Okay, so best example is solid carbon dioxide. Okay, the solid carbon dioxide converts directly into gaseous state, or when you decrease the pressure, okay, it directly converts into solid, which is also called dry ice. Solid carbon dioxide is called dry ice. Okay, so here when this solid carbon dioxide is applying a pressure up to of normal atmospheric pressure, that is 180 mm, 1 atmospheric pressure, then it converts into the gaseous state. Okay, the solid carbon dioxide. So by applying the high pressure, the gas becomes liquid. If you decrease the pressure, again automatically the liquid becomes gas. Understand? So pressure and temperature will determine the state of the matter, whether the state is liquid state or solid state or gaseous state. The pressure and temperature will decide. Understand? So now another important concept, that is evaporation. If you observe the diagram, okay, here the liquid particles on the surface will slowly, the particles or molecules of water molecules or molecules, they start evaporating, okay, on the surface. So evaporation is a surface phenomena. It takes place only on the surface, okay, not as a bulk, it only on the surface. Okay, how? It, the particles or molecules which takes the heat from the same liquid and its energy increases. When the energy increases, it tries to escape from the surface. Okay, and that escaping of molecules or change into vapor is called evaporation. It's very easy to remember. Okay, then they possess different energies at different temperatures. Okay, that means at higher energy they have the capability to escape from the surface and they change into vapor. So liquid will change into vapor. The phenomena to change the liquid into vapors at any temperature below its boiling point is called evaporation. If it is its boiling point, then it is called boiling. Okay, evaporation takes place at any temperature. Okay, if you pour water on the floor, that water is also going to evaporate. And when you heat it up to boiling point, there also the water vapor will comes out. Both of them are evaporation only. Both of them are converting into liquid into gaseous state. But its our boiling point is different. If it is below its boiling point, it is evaporation. So evaporation depends upon several factors. Let us discuss what are they. Okay. So normally evaporation depends upon the surface area, wind speed and humidity. What are they? Evaporation depends upon surface area and wind speed and humidity. Let us take one by one. First, surface area. Take some water in a china dish and kept it outside. Okay, slowly the evaporation takes place. If the surface area is more, evaporation takes place quickly. For the same 5 ml of water in a china dish and kept it under fan. First, what we have done, we have kept it outside simply. So it takes slowly, the water will evaporate. Same water, kept it under a fan. Then, due to the wind speed, more evaporation takes place. What is evaporation? The escaping of the molecules. When more air is there, so more escaping of the molecules, then evaporation takes place very, very quickly. Okay, if the surface area is more, evaporation is more. If the wind speed is more, evaporation is more. Let us take another example, that is humidity. See, for example, your mother, this wet clothes are there. She want to dry it. In the rainy season, she finds that it is very difficult to dry the clothes. Why? Because it is a rainy season. Already water moisture is present in the outside. So it is very difficult to dry again. So in the rainy season, it is difficult to dry the wet clothes. Okay, why? Because it contains water vapor or humidity. What is humidity? The presence of water vapor is called humidity, isn't it? So water moisture present in the air is called humidity. So if humidity is more, then it is very difficult to dry the clothes. So evaporation again depends upon the humidity. If the amount of water vapor is high, then rate of evaporation will decreases. Understand? That means evaporation depends upon humidity. So what are them that evaporation depends? Evaporation depends upon the surface area. Evaporation depends upon the wind speed, and evaporation depends upon the humidity. Understand? Okay, let us continue. Then examples of this evaporation. Very simple examples there. First one is sweating mechanism. How do you, when, in which condition you will get the sweat? While you are working hard or doing exercises or running or skipping, isn't it? When you are doing some hard work, you will get a sweat. Why? Because your body temperature will increases, and to cool the body temperature, sweat will come out. Do you know that? Okay, why the sweat will come out? Sweat will come out when the body temperature is more. To cool the temperature, the sweat will come out. And what will happen? That sweat which comes out from your skin, okay, will take the heat energy from your body and evaporates. Understand? The water or sweat which is comes out from your skin takes the heat energy from your body and evaporates. That's why you feel very cool when you are sweating and sitting under a fan. Evaporation takes place very fastly. Then it will take all the heat energy from your skin, and you will feel very, very cool. Understand? So this sweat will evaporate from your body by taking the heat from your body, and this will then it makes you very feel you cool. I want some of the other examples, like you have to find the reason why the earthen parts water is very cool. First question, why the earthen parts, kunda, we call them in Telugu kunda, isn't it? So why that water which is present in earthen pot is very cool, and why the people wear the cotton clothes in summer, and water droplets formed on the outside of the cold water bottle. Why the why the droplets will form on the outside of the cold water bottle? What is the reason? And pigs toil in the mud water. These are all answers you have to find out. Okay, understand? They're all because of the evaporation only, first of all, and the droplets formed on the outside of the cold water bottle is a condensation, isn't it? The condensed water, that also condensation. How the condensation takes place, that you have to tell. Understand? So, have you understood? That means in this lesson, what you have learned? You have learned about effect of pressure and also evaporation. Evaporation depends upon what factors? Yes. Surface area, wind speed, and humidity. Good. Okay. So one more question I will ask. Simple question. When you are taking a hot tea on a saucer and in a cup, in which part or in which cup and saucer the evaporation takes place more quickly, in either saucer or cup? Cup or saucer? Where the evaporation takes place more quickly? Saucer. Very good. Because saucer surface area is more and cup surface area is less. Understand? So evaporation takes place and it affects by the surface area. So evaporation depends upon surface area. One more question I will ask. Okay, if it is in the deserts, if it is in deserts, if it is in under the fan, or if it is in a normal season, okay, normal season, water kept in the outside and water kept in the uh, desert, in which place the evaporation takes place very quickly? Very good. The desert, because there the humidity is very less and whatever the water comes will evaporate very quickly into the air. So evaporation takes place very quickly in the desert and slowly in the normal conditions. Understand? Very good. Then one more question I will ask, that is evaporation depends upon what are the third factor? Surface area and humidity. Another one is wind speed. Okay, and one more question I will ask, does the evaporation takes place at any temperature? Who says yes? Yes is correct. Okay, that means evaporation takes place at any temperature below its boiling point. Okay, and boiling takes place only at a boiling point. Understand? Have you understood? So that's why I'll have completed the lesson and good luck. Okay, stay home, stay safe. Bye.